welcome. These are just my favorite campy movies. There will be multiple genres, but it's primarily going to be focused on horror because, look at me. Speaking of horrors, we're going to start with Little Shop of Horrors. I adore this movie. Audrey, too, had no right to have a voice like they did. The songs are a bop. The settings are fantastic. The characters, immaculate. The effects, the puppetry. Next is Crybaby. I don't know how many other people saw this. Listen, Grease bored me. This is Grease on steroids, deep fried, and covered in powdered sugar, okay? This delectable. Everyone was like, oh my god, Grease face, Grease face. I was a crybaby girl. I wanted a teardrop on my eye. Before I got older and I learned what that actually meant. Next is Malignant. Now listen, me and James Wan haven't always met eye to eye. But the man can do camp. Like, the slasher is so petty in this scene, there are people across the room from him who are already injured. No threat to his person. He picks up a chair and full body throws it at him before leaving the area. Literally in the opening scene, a doctor with a crazy ass soundtrack behind her says, "It's time to cut out the cancer." It's such a feral movie, and it's the reason I downloaded HBO Max to begin with. Alright, next we got Hairspray, specifically the 2007 version. Listen, I know there are problems with Hairspray and John Waters in general, but as a kid who was, raised around a lot of racism, especially racism from people in my family, this movie helped. I wasn't used to seeing people of color being presented in a lovely light. And the song Run and Tell That, to this day, still makes me tear up. Also, the songs are so catchy. Test on this American man. Okay, just like Hairspray, I know Sleepaway Camp is kind of a touchy subject for some people. I got my own problems with it. But this is one of those, movies you can't say is boring. A pedophile gets his face melted. There are shenanigans afoot in this movie. It's killer clowns from outer space. They're putting people in cotton candy things to suck out their life force. I don't need to explain to you why I like this movie. Finally, we got Dolls. I love this movie. I love this movie so much you don't even understand. The opening scene is the main character, little girl, imagining her teddy bear becoming a real bear and eating her evil-ass stepmother and her neglectful father. I love me some weird girl representation, and she would be best friends with Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.